Hello, Taurus. Welcome to your weekly reading for March 6th to the 12th. This is for Taurus Sun and Rising. And if you're new to my channel, I do a traditional Celtic cross spread. I also use astrology and my guides to help bring a lot more clarity, to get more specific and detailed with your reading. Taurus, I do this because I love you and I want you to feel like it's a personal reading rather than a general spread. Lastly, astrology's been around for thousands of years, and that's why I use it. It's had major influence in divination, including tarot, and tarot and astrology go hand in hand. In fact, tarot, which came out in the 14th century, every card is assigned an astrological element, ruling planet. I mean, we go really deep, right, when they're combined, and they're both aligned with a tree of life. So, Taurus, this week, it's a big week, all right? If you saw my monthly forecast for y'all, huge month. But this week in particular, I want you to focus. I'm focusing on March 7th, okay? And mark it in your calendar if you need to. This is a big day. Not only do we have that full moon in Virgo, which is a fellow, earth sign with you. So, and it's actually a great one. There's a lot of things happening that day. Saturn is actually moving into Pisces. Now, this is something that I talked about in the monthly, and this is a big deal. This is a huge movement. Saturn's finally leaving in Aquarius. It's going into Pisces. It's a little bit nicer there, okay? Because it's a little bit more fluid. Think of Pisces, the water sign. And Saturn is a planet. It's a taskmaster. It's all about responsibilities, that structure, that foundation. It really is all about life lessons. It's attached to it has a lot of karmic energy. Now, this particularly for you, Taurus, is in your 11th house. And what that means, the 11th house rules your friends, your social network, your communities, organizations you belong to, groups that you belong to, even, think like LinkedIn community, like colleagues and stuff like that. It's so you will find yourself getting a little bit more serious about that, serious about who are my friends, like who, what, or am I in the right group of friends? Is there someone that's missing? Is there someone that I want to reconnect with? They're just going to get a little bit more serious about like who's within your orbit, right? Who's within your orbit. The 11th house also rules that your hopes and dreams, okay? So you may get a little bit serious about the things that you're going after, all right? Now, the other thing is that full moon in Virgo is in your 5th house. We love that. We love that. The 5th house is all about pleasure. All right. And this is both ancient and modern astrology. Listen, the 5th house is, the house of pleasure, house of love. Okay, house of love, house of sex, house procreation, but it's also house of creativity and self-expression. So you will find activity happening around that time as well. All right. The one other thing that I'm going to mention is that March 11th, Venus is sextiling Mars. Venus is your ruling planet, so that's already great. And we all know what happens when Venus and Mars gets together. So if you are single, this is a perfect time to go mingle, to start swiping right, to go out there, meet people in the bars and whatnot. It really is a good time to put yourself out there. And if you are in a relationship, things could just be like really heated, romantic, especially following that full moon in Virgo and Saturn moving into Pisces. There could be it could be a lot bigger. Okay, that day could be a lot bigger than you had anticipated. All right, in a really good way. It's a very positive aspect. So let's go ahead and get started, Taurus. Let's see what's going on for you for March 6th to the 12th. Again, this is for Taurus, Sun, and Rising. Now, Taurus, you'll see my dog has joined me. She is sleeping, and we do not want to wake her up when she's sleeping, but the point I'm making is that I can't wake her up, and so she takes up all my table space. And we're gonna see. Checking the camera. You can, I'm gonna bring them up to the screen anyway, one by one. Secondly, Taurus, I love you. You're all amazing. Shakespeare was a Taurus. Did you know that? There's so many Tauruses. Like, y'all are so influential. Robert Pattinson, Taurus. Queen Elizabeth was a Taurus. Yeah, you just don't forget that. You just don't forget how inspiring you are, okay? Don't forget that. You have a lot of influence. All right. Now, Taurus, let's go ahead and get started with your reading. This is great. This is great. I did say in my monthly forecast that March was a game changing month. And this seems like this is the beginning of this new era, right? For you, you're moving into a new place, okay? This is, you're going to start feeling it. Now, you did get the Eight of Pentacles. We really love the Eight of Pentacles. It came in your past, okay? Now, this is amazing because it's showing that you have been dedicated, you have been determined, you have been going after the things that you want. You've really going toward your legacy now. You're really going toward the thing that, manifesting all the things that you want as well, but really working toward it, okay? Having your eyes on the prize, being laser focused, nothing's getting in your way. You can see him pounding on the pentacles here. He's removed himself from the village. We really love this, okay? We really love this. And you, again, all he wants to do is get to that point where he's in that castle in the background, like where he's, just all set. So good for you. You've been working really, really hard. Now, you did get the Six of Swords, okay? In your the heart of your spirit. So it's kind of like the theme of this week. Now, this Six of Swords, this is Mercury in Aquarius. Now, it's all about leaving things behind, okay? So the things that have been, especially like up here. Now, one of the reasons why a lot of y'all could have had these big moments of clarity, you could have had these, aha moments, or you could have had these like spiritual moments, right? Especially because Jupiter is in Aries right now, and that is your 12th house of the subconscious, all right? So you could have been going deep and rooting things and really thinking about the things that you want. Now, swords are the mental suit, and you can see them leaving turbulent waters here, okay? Look at that. Look how it's like glass, the sea. There's no waves, no rocks. It's so clear. It's like the Maldives, right? And so you're really moving away from that this week, okay? Anything that's been really just like all right, this is the time. And if it and take action too, take action to do that. Now, it's great having these swords and the bow. I mean, you have a lot of comfort with you, first of all, but and six is the heart of the tree of life. It brings that harmony. Now, leave some of those swords behind. If there are things, because you are moving forward, the things that are not serving you well, if you have unrooted them, leave them back on shore. You don't need them. Only take the swords that you need to, empower yourself, right? To make you feel good. I don't know why these things keep beeping. Everything should be turned off on my computer. Sorry about that. Anyway, so this is really great. Moving forward, moving forward. I love this energy. Now, you did get the Ten of Pentacles, but it came in your challenge area, and it's crossing the Six of Swords. And so when I say challenge area, it's really more the breakthrough area, okay? And so this is all about prosperity. This is success. This is like the you made it card. You see how happy this family is. See how big their castle is. It's raining money, okay? It's raining pentacles in the form of the Tree of Life, actually. All right, so this is a very great card. Now, it coming up in, crossing the Six of Swords, it's really more, I call it like more like the breakthrough card. And so two things here, Taurus. One, I really, 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 one, the first thing is there could be something that is, it's like there's a disconnect, okay, between the moving forward toward the things that you want. I want you to really, really, really have your eyes on the prize at this point. So when you move forward, when you're going, okay, into the Maldives, into this, the promised land, I want you to do it with a lot of heart, and I want you to do it with that a sense of grounding, okay? Do it because it's going to be something that, again, not only empowers you, but builds that world you want for yourself, okay? So it's almost like it's great to manifest and to have hopes and dreams, but the first thing of all is that you have to care, okay? You have to care to reach for it, and you have to take action toward it, all right? Now, I'm not saying none of y'all are. I'm just saying there, if there are things that you want, really, really take that action. This is a great week to do it too, okay, with all these aspects that are happening. Now, the second thing is some of y'all may feel that the things that you want are a little bit further away, okay? It's harder to get to, okay? But just hang in there. You're going to be fine, okay? There's a lot of energy here where it is the, you have a lot of love. All right. We already know Taurus. Well, maybe you don't know this, but Taurus, you are ruled by Venus. Okay. Second thing is that Taurus, out of all the signs, are known to be, just so loving and even physically, right? You love that you're sensual. You love that, even just the touch of another person, or even literally just like a hug, like your huggers, and do you know what I mean? Like that's the very Taurus quality. Obviously, you have to look at your entire birth chart to see where your Venus is and where your Mars is. But I want you to again. You have a lot of love this week. You have these two cups, which I'm going to talk about, but really like put that toward a lot of that toward your goals and your passions as well. Page of Cups in your crown and King of Cups in the root of your spread. All right. So it looks like you are just, you want to just follow your bliss now. A lot of new things are going to be coming through, especially when you are moving away from these things that have been possibly blocking you this week. Again, a lot of it may be up here, but the Page of Cups is amazing. All right. And it's very, very like, just follow your bliss energy. That's what you want to do. You want to follow your bliss. All right. This is also, some of y'all want this new thing to come into your life, whether it's a new passion, whether it is a new job opportunity, maybe it's a new relationship. There's something new and you have your mind on it. All right. This week you'll have your mind on something new. Okay. And the Page of Cups is a really big dreamer. He's very visionary, and he's all he wears his heart on his sleeve. All right. So really, with the King of Cups also, this is really interesting because the King of Cups is someone who is very loving. Okay. And he has that emotional stability, and it came in the root of your spread. So that's kind of rooting you right now, all that love. And the big message is self-love too. Both the Page of Cups and the King of Cups are very intuitive. They're very psychic. Okay. So tap into your intuition too this week. All right. And really, really, because when you are in tune with your intuition, you make decisions are easier to make. You see things a lot more clearly. You know what you want, and then you go for it. Okay. So there is like a sense of action this week, putting action. Okay. A lot of heart into that action as well. Now look at your future. You got the Ace of Wands. So it looks like there is potential for something big coming through. Okay, this is the biggest wand in tarot, and this is all about our passions, our ideas, creativity. Again, remember the full moon in Virgo in your fifth house of not only love, okay, but creativity and self-expression. But there is a big, you can see the seeds sprouting. All right. So with the Page of Cups, it's almost like you are definitely manifesting some things this week that you are going toward. Okay. And it just depends on what this is what relates to you, what resonates with you. Is it a relationship? Is it a partnership? Is it career related? Is it home related? Is it family related? Put that energy and heart and soul into it. Okay. Put that energy into it, and it's not even like you'll be fine, because you already got the Eight of Pentacles showing that you are driven and you have been working toward it, and that's more blood, sweat, and tears. This is more heart and soul, right? So it looks like something new is coming through. That is the hand of spirit offering you this new opportunity, this new beginning, this new path. So that's really amazing, and I'm very excited for you. Just remember, when you do get it, like these are seeds sprouting, so turn that into like a big old elm tree of passion. All right, so let's get to your stuff, Taurus. If you like this reading, by the way, it'd be great if you subscribe, leave comments. That I love comments. I love hearing from y'all. And if you're not a commenter, I love emojis, and if you're a subscriber, I love you so much. Thank you so much for being here with me. You're amazing. I wouldn't even be here if it wasn't for you. So I really am truly grateful. So let's go ahead and see your stuff. Interesting, Taurus. Interesting. Wow. Wow. All right. So you got the Three of Wands. So it is very clear as day here that you do want to go get those things that you want. This is, I call it the green light card. You know, that's a lot of yellow. I know I call it the green light card, but that yellow is, you know, that's just freshness. That's a lot of sun. That's a lot of optimism. That's just, ooh, I love it. And, you know, very Aries too. So remember that action, taking that action, all right? And it looks like you do see, there are things that you want, all right? This is indicating that. Now, this, you have to think about, you know, going back to like the 14th century, like medieval times or whatnot, they didn't have iPads, they didn't have Hulu or Netflix, they didn't have any of that. So leaving your village to go explore, to go after, you know, your passions, right? It was a big deal. It was a big deal. And so I want you to feel it. I want you to make it this big deal for you to really, really go out there and make this, you know, like do it. Just, you know, like it's kind of like uh one thing that's coming to mind is that movie The Truman Show. At the end when he's like he does everything, oh my goodness, he goes through all these obstacles to finally understand like who he is and what do I mean, like that the anyway, let's keep going. You did get the Eight of Swords in your external factors area. So we're going to clarify that because that is a self-victim card, okay? It's you just being up here. And again, remember, there is a sense of that, you know, especially with, you know, what's happening astrologically. But you don't have to, yeah. All right, there we go. Um, okay, so some of y'all may be in a place where with these new opportunities that are arising or even these new ideas that you have or you know something that like this new path or you know ascending in some way, some of y'all may have be in your head a little bit uh, like fear based. Okay, that's why she is wearing the blindfold and she's bound. All right, so it's almost like a little bit of fear that's self-imposed because it is like the self-victim card. But I want you to know that her feet are free, so you can walk out of it anytime you want. Okay, you can walk out of it anytime you want. Now, clarified. You've got the Knight of Cups. And so, two things here. One, well, two messages that are coming through. One is you're fine. You're fine. One of it's going to have to do, for some Taurus, is going to be relationship related, okay? And there could be, the big message is coming through is some of y'all are just getting back into dating, or some of y'all are starting to dating, or start looking for it, or some of y'all are looking to take your relationship to the next level. And that may be what's caused, it's just like a little anxious about that, but you'll be fine. Secondly, the Knight of Cups is, you know, he is the true romantic here. He's a knight in shining armor. You know, he obviously all the knights, they're all on a mission and he wants to fill his cup. He just wants to be emotionally fulfilled. Okay, so when you get out of that headspace, that's going to come through, okay, for a lot of other Tauruses, all right? So keep that in mind, and also keep in mind the fact that you did get the Page of Cups, the Knight of Cups, and the King of Cups. So you got 3 out of the 5 Cups cards. So this is really big, okay? Cups are emotions, right? And so taking that action is really important because you are looking to have this milestone. And again, this is a big love reading, by the way, for a lot of Tauruses, okay? Because this is, sure, it's joy, it's celebration, it's like, hurrah! But it's also like a milestone energy, like getting engaged and getting proposed to and getting married. And if you're not here for love, this is also uh, getting a new job or getting, you know, a promotion or, you know, moving into a new house or, do you know what I mean? Like there's just that milestone energy that is kind of like the goal. It's the end game for y'all. And speaking of which, you got the 10 of Swords, all right, in your final outcome. Now, this is really great, okay? This is showing that you've gone through it, and this week you may have a lot going on up here, all right? The swords again are the mental suit. Now, the one thing that I want you to remember is that this is the card of new dawn. And so what that means is these dark clouds are actually clearing. 10 is completion, 10 is conclusion. And so that sun is actually coming through. All right. Now, the other interesting thing is this poor man with the swords that are impaling him. The you can see that first. Think of the swords as like aligning the chakras. All right, there. It's almost like you're going through this rebirth energy, and the reason I say that is because even though he's down, you see that his hand, it is actually in the hand gesture of the Hierophant. All right. Two things about that is that that's all about having that deep sacred knowledge, that deep wisdom, right? And that brings that structure and stability. And the Hierophant is ruled by Taurus. So I love that you got this in your final outcome because it's indicating that, sure, this week or even like in the past few weeks, you could have been a lot going on. You could have discovered that there you had like a hidden enemy. You could have discovered that someone like betrayed you in some way. You could have discovered that something wasn't meant for you that you thought was, and it really got you like all up in your head. But that you're moving forward in this. Remember, in the heart of your spread, you're moving forward this week, and then this is the end of all that, and you'll never have to experience it again. All right, just remember what I said earlier. Take the swords that you need. Now here it's the same thing. You have to learn from these experiences that have happened in order to move forward, to have that rebirth energy. But you have a great spread. Actually, you have a great spread. There are just some things going on that you maybe in your head a lot, but big relationship energy here, especially if you're single. Even if you are in a relationship, just taking it to the next level. There's yeah, yeah, this is good. Is remember, Venus and Mars are flirting this week. So Taurus, thanks so much for tuning in. Y'all are amazing. Again, if you're new to my channel, it would be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments, and if you're a subscriber, I love you. Thanks so much for being here. I will see you next week. Bye bye.